This is a story about my favorite artist, a human who I've really enjoyed for creating such iconic work in a short time in history. A tragic individual who some will argue at times misunderstood, a legend in our creative paradigm, or someone that persevered yet struggled tremendously through tragedy and pain. At times due to his own self-doing, and at others due to the circumstances of life. This is a story of a prolific legend whose genius was too early for its time. This is a story of Vincent van Gogh. Sorry, I let that go. Vincent van Gogh. The name conjures up such elegant colors, parading a canvas, daring brushstrokes, attempting to tame a scenery, a sporadic yet kind, a religious man who tried his best to cultivate his own individuality, but also nurture the living of others in his peculiar ways, majorly, specifically, through his art. Vincent van Gogh, infamously known as the artist with a tortured soul, born in insert village on March 30th, 1853. Before the chaotic heir conundrum, Vincent was second to his name, for his late brother, heir to the title, was stillborn. History has not let him live this down, and has not let us not see him as a replacement, which based on his troubled history, can be a partially contributing reflection of his own turmoil. Yet, not alone, his upbringing was shared with many siblings. Theodorus van Gogh, aka Theo, his brother, his closest brother, mind you, Cornelius van Gogh, the baby of the family, and three sisters being Anne, Will, and Elizabeth van Gogh. And like a perfect amalgamation of a Shakespeare tragedy, there was Vincent. Whether self-imposed or not, cursed with the expectations of being the eldest. His father, Theodorus van Gogh, was a Protestant minister, and his mother, Anne, who would often help with the ministry as well, was also somewhat of an artist herself, which scholars have noted, her sharing moments in nature drawing with her children. This with his that I'm gonna start that over. Grammar not grammar today. My English ain't English. This with Vincent later working for his uncle Cornelius, which Vincent had two uncles, Uncle Cor and Uncle Cent, the eldest Vincent, but Cor being the art dealer, an art dealer that worked with the art firm Goupil and C. Bam, I got it. Let's go. Which he ends up doing after having to leave school in his teens to help with his family's financial stability. Life just be bullying you sometimes. And this being a foundation, which would later come to be Vincent's love of art. This is just a brief rundown before the inevitable calamities of experiences he would go through within his life as he grew. That's just a taste of history, which you will get through this saga I'm attempting to immerse you in. But this video isn't a biopic nor a documentary. This is a practice of philosophy and what it means to live in the beauty of the struggle, which is life, and show in our individuality, reality, although at times looks so colorfully abstract and overwhelming. There is so much in the details of the little things that create masterpiece in our own lives. That's what Vincent's art and his chance at this experience, which is life, has given me. Ooh, okay. Okay, my age low. Go ahead and get it, Google. That turned to wordsmith right there. Van Gogh, the way he lived, was his voice. No matter how awkward, no matter how flawed, he did his best to let his voice be heard. Van Gogh died at 37 on July 29, 1890. That's young. That's young. Like, just look at your life now. That's young. It goes away in a blink of an eye, kids. That's extremely young. So, okay, sorry, I said I was going to get serious. But that's young. Just let that sink in. That's super young. Van Gogh didn't really pursue painting as a serious passion until the years of November 1881 at around 28 until death. And he wasn't taken seriously. Yet, despite that, he still desired to capture the essence of the world's harmony, meditated into a canvas. How does one apply meaning to their life? Since this moment from conception, which some believe either to be the Big Bang or Adam and Eve, to the final whispers of time echoing our final call into infinity, purpose and meaning? Secondly, is it seeking community? Is it attempting to understand the logic of existing? Or is it the peace and just being and mastering the art of being in the here and now? Personally, I would say it's faith. Something much more stronger than hope. Because you need faith to believe. If hope goes away, you're either devastated or you didn't care that much about what you cared about in the beginning to begin with. But when faith leaves, there's always a way for it to return. And that's what believing is. And believing exactly what I, what Van Gogh, what any person should strive to have. Vincent's life was a kaleidoscope, and the art of Vincent was his family, his faith, his heartbreaks, but it was his truth. He gave it all to us, messy but real. His serenity was translated by his art, each brushstroke his story, and every color was a confession. Van Gogh wasn't just painting what he saw, he was painting who he was. I want to look crazy on that one. I want to look Tupac on that one. Okay, let me get serious. Van Gogh was well-traveled from his work from Google and was always surrounded by art. He even got to study art with an artist named, insert name, who was married into his family later on in history. And now I'm gonna show you like some images that that Van Gogh had made that from like some research that I did. We're gonna put the images right here right now, and I'm gonna do a little bit of yapping real quick because I'm a yapping professional right here. But to go a little bit off script, like I just wanna at this moment while we showing images of Van Gogh, I just wanna say like being real from like straight from the heart, like my love for Van Gogh. Like I know a lot of stuff about Van Gogh. I know about him like living in the yellow house. I know about like the time he like lived with Paul Gauguin and they got into a little argument. And I know about like some history with like they said like these kids were like bothering Van Gogh. They used to be around like the yellow house, stuff like that. They used to tease him and stuff like that. And they actually assumed that maybe one of them kids shot shot Vincent, like cause they was nowhere to be seen after a while. After that, at least that's what some scholars believe to be. And I actually believe that too. I don't think Vincent van Gogh was like that crazy. Or maybe he did, maybe he was that crazy. Because also some people say he drank turpentine. I don't believe nothing like that. But they did have this thing called absinthe. I don't know how to pronounce it, but insert word right here. The word is absinthe. Like, just the word thing. I don't know, but they say that Vincent was drinking that stuff and stuff like that. But there's a lot of things about Vincent van Gogh that I think that people don't really appreciate for. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he was much more appreciated after death. I think Van Gogh's a pretty cool dude. I love him so much, and I think like even though you could talk about like the stuff that like when he worked when he lived in the coal mines. At one point he got kicked out of the church, and then like the church didn't really want him and stuff like that. It was like, bro, okay, Van Gogh, you know what? Fine. You want to be with us so bad? Go here. We're gonna be a little here in this place. We're gonna let you live with these coal mining people, and you're gonna preach the gospel. And that's what he did. And then they said some scholar said that not somebody, but some scholar said that he gave up his house to somebody that really needed it because like I think she was ill and she couldn't work no more. And then she also had a kid. Now I kind of get that confused whether that be like the prostitute lady that they said Vincent fell in love with, or if that's like somebody completely different. I don't know, but I don't know that much. But I know like I'm very well versed in Van Gogh history. I really like the guy. That's all I can say. And I think I did enough yapping, so the point where we can like just get back to the video. So we're gonna hop back into professional mode now. I hope y'all enjoyed the images that I showed. With the fragile, hold on, wait, actually, I can't see because of the song. I'm gonna leave this in too. With a fragile soul, through creativity and episodes of insanity, he desperately wanted to give meaning to his life. I believe that in. I mean, who doesn't want to live life with meaning? Daring to create purpose from the abstract of what it means to live a just one. One feat is a feat in itself. God, I'm losing at the end of the video, but we're gonna keep this in. We're gonna keep rocking, baby. My grandma, not grandma. I already told y'all.
Not for real, serious man.
Society will not hold your hand. The world will not cover. So daring to dream is simple. Daring to believe is to create meaning. Which is why I applaud Van Gogh and crown him as my #1 favorite artist. He was a foolish dreamer, obsessed with reality while lost in the fantasy of creating, serenaded by an array of poems asking to be told through a palette. I wish Van Gogh could have lived to see what he would have become. Only one of his paintings ever sold while he was alive, and that was the Red Vineyard. In this video, I've basically given you this word salad because I'm trying to construct this message that so many before us in history has already walked exactly where you stand and live at this very moment, in this very instance, in this exact place here in your here and now, basically. And all I'm just trying to say, due to the blink of time, all this is going to go away eventually. I'm trying to say you are history. You can be a dreamer, trust the process, take the baby steps, live a life, live a good life, live life because it's hard, live life because it's hard, but also because it's beautiful, and there's beauty in the struggle. Come on. Imagine I got you like a chokehold. Come on. When has anything that has been easy ever been enjoyable, huh? And when has anything that's ever been easy? You like an easy girl? No. Do you like an easy job? Well, let's take that back. Okay, let's think of something else. Do you like easy money? Easy money don't come with good guarantees. Easy money go away quickly if it ain't yours. Nothing in life that is easy is worthwhile, okay? Dreamers believe in the impossible, and Van Gogh did the impossible. He ranked amongst the few that could be the most earnest type of person. He was just being him. He was being real. He was being human. You be your best version of a human. That's basically what I'm trying to say in this Van Gogh video. Love you, Van Gogh. And wrapping up, because now I'm tired of being a professional. But all I'm gonna say is this: I'm gonna go serious mode one more time. Vincent van Gogh didn't live to see what he had given the world. A genius, a wreck, a prophet with a paintbrush, and the courage to feel. Feel it all to be a kaleidoscope of color. He spoke in many tongues, he believed deeply, he loved awkwardly, and he failed often. But in the end, Vincent van Gogh gave the world a vision of beauty through pain, one painting at a time. All right, I'm done. Thank you if you watched. Thank you so much. I'm just going to end the video right there. I'm going to say, I don't know if I'm going to put a lot of effort and work in this video. I hope it comes out good because I'm just recording this on my computer, like straight up. I really love Vincent van Gogh. He is my number one favorite artist. I think I might do a video on Sargent, John Singer Sargent, because at first I didn't really pick up on how raw Sargent was until people started talking about him. Well, actually, no, I went the opposite way because people kept on talking about so much. I was like, oil painting ain't that cool. I like acrylic. But then I was like, I started looking at this Sargent painting. I was like, how on earth is this man painting like dresses that like look like they like the velvetiness looks real? Sargent is a cool artist too, but this is about Vincent right now. Vincent, I'm so sorry. I just gave him attention. Forgive me, my sensei. But I hope if you like the video, like and subscribe, please. I really want subscribers because I would like to keep on doing this. It would really motivate me if you hit like and subscribe. And thank you so much if you listen, if you like my voice. I like this little echo that I got going on. It sounds very dreamy. But I think I'm going to keep it. But thank you if you watch. This has been a video about Vincent van Gogh. I'm kind of yapping right now, so I'm just going to end it right here. And the last thing I'm going to say is just thank you. Bye. And thank you, Vincent. And thank you, Jesus. Thank you, baby Jesus. Read a Bible. Go tell somebody you hug them, tell them you love them, and I'm out. Bye.